Timberwolves are gonna win the world championship.
Edwards. Edwards! They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome in, everybody, to Wolves After Dark. We win. Now I'm going to need your help. First, I have to say something controversial. LeBron is washed, and we're better without Ant. I don't know. Also, let me know if you can hear me and if I sound good, because I've got the new microphone. Wow. Wolves indeed back. I've got to catch up on a lot of these comments here, but I believe you guys can hear me. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Maybe not. You guys have to let me know. But if you can, I would appreciate it if you let me know. Anyways, Timberwolves win. Big. I don't even know what the final score was. It was a lot to a little. Where are we here? We won 109-80, almost a 30-point win. That is insane. Wow. All right. Well, that's incredible. I sound great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's good. I had everything tech-wise went crazy for me as I tried to do this. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Perfect. Timberwolves win against the Lakers. The one game that matters in the whole year. Davey J called us going up 20 or winning by 20. Honestly, I had a pretty good feeling going into this game as well. I was really hopeful that this was going to be the final game that LeBron doesn't score 10, because every time we play him, it seems like we get him close to that, but we can never get over the hump. But yeah, wow. Anyways, Timberwolves, we moved to 10-10 now, correct? That's our new record. I got to pull it up here too. I got to get all my stats up in front of me. As you can see, it's just a one-person show today. It's just me. Ashwin's going to be out for actually the foreseeable future. He's going to be out until like mid-December, late December or something like that. I think he's either coming back for Cat's game or the game after that. Not 100% certain. But anyways, if you're new here, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. Yes, we are 10-10 now. And we're only 11th in the West. We're not going to pay attention to that right now. Nobody cares about standings until we get to April. Maybe March. But Ashwin is out indefinitely. He pulled his hamstring. No, he's actually, I don't even know exactly what he's doing. I just know that it's in the realm of his like board games and stuff like that. So it's good stuff. It's nothing bad. Everybody's good. But he will be missed by me. I don't have a talking partner. However, honestly, it's kind of nice to be able to just talk straight to chat instead of sort of kind of chat, whatever. But yeah. Anyways, speaking of the microphone and things that aren't Wolves just yet, how does it sound? Does it sound great? Does it sound better if I go right here? I don't know. I got a new mic. I had last year, I got some weird mic off of what was it from? Oh, it was from Amazon, but it was just like I don't know. That's why I haven't been posting the podcasts recently, because it's just like the audio to me is just not good enough. But yeah, I don't know. I want to see how this is. I have to listen to it later, but if you guys hate it, let me know, because I can return this. I'm down to return this. But we'll see. So if it sounds good, I'll take it. Ooh, also, side note, my fantasy team is on the ropes of being eliminated. I know you guys don't care about this, but we're getting all the personal stuff out of the way early, and then we're going to get to the game. By the way, we're going to talk about the tier list, of course. Maybe go through a couple trade conversations that we've been having off YouTube and the Discord. But we're going to talk about that, and then look at the upcoming schedule here. We've got some confusing stuff with the the in-season tournament, since we're not going to be in it. We have games that are coming up that haven't been announced, and they're not going to be announced until it's set or whatever. Weird stuff there. Also, another side note. I was going to do a giveaway today, but we don't have tickets to be giving away until, because I sold the cat return game. I sold those tickets for a ridiculous amount, and then the Warriors game is also sold. And then our next home game isn't until the 29th of December, so I'm going to keep it a little bit later till then. But anyways. Yeah, my fantasy team is on the ropes. I need a lot of points here in the last half of football of this game for me to save my season. I need 11 points combined between a bad combo, Njoku and the Broncos defense. So they're going to kind of eat at each other, but we'll see. So if you have that on, root for me. Otherwise, I'm gone. All right. You know what that means? You get the host guest commentator. See, we could do this. Now, I've had some people reach out to me. One person that we've even had in the chat here, DJ Mad Mardigan, has been interested in coming on a show. That could definitely happen. We could also definitely get Cooper back on here. Mark has been on the show before. Gerald's kind of busy right now, but yeah, those are all options. Speaking of which, terrible thing just happened in the game. But anyways, yeah. Wow. So we've got some options. Anyways, I've taken the longest intro ever. I'm going to take a drink. This is the other problem, but doing it solo. There's Mark. All right. Well, let's get into the game. Timberwolves win. It was kind of a sloppy game to begin. And honestly, it went back and forth for really like the first quarter and a half or so. A quarter. I think the second quarter is when it really started picking up for us. Ant and LeBron were just awful tonight. What did they end up scoring? LeBron he was 4 of 16 with 6 turnovers and 10 points. Wow, he had 10 exactly. If he would have missed one of those free throws, it was over. They would have kept him in the game. He was a team low -28. Wow. And then Anthony Edwards was 3 for 13, almost identical. Well, not identical. And he had 3 turnovers. Man, it felt like a lot more, but I think all of those were in like the very first. So, oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, weird game for them, but everybody else played really well. Dante had a decent game. Nas had a good game. Na had a good game. Mike had a fine game. I thought for the longest time that Mike was wearing the AE1 slimes or whatever they're called. But no, that was not the case. Braun definitely is an old tier tonight if we had a Braun face to put in there. But man, look at that. Uncharacteristic for Ant and LeBron to be that bad. It certainly is, Jacob. That is true. It is very, very weird to have them both be so bad in one game. You would expect this to be like a battle between the two of them, and instead it was like a mid-off. I think that's what I put on Twitter. But yeah. The one negative is Ant not integrating himself into the offense and putting a stamp on the game in the third. He just seems lazy, and it just wasn't. And he wasn't just that he wasn't scoring. Yeah, some people were notating in the Discord that they thought that he might be injured in some way, which might be possible, but I don't know. If that's the case, I'm kind of sick of Ant being. I'm sick of him being hurt and being such a detriment to the team. If that's the case, so. But I don't know. It might not be. Ant's knees are always going to be bad. There's something wrong with his hand or arm or something like that too. So yeah. But Matthew, at least it shows we can still win without Ant. That is true. But we also know that we need Ant to go deep into the playoffs and stuff like that. Edwards don't score much, but they got the W. That is right, PNP. Welcome to the show, PNP. Nice profile picture. What is that? Is that soup? Wrist or leg? Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm going to catch up on some comments here, and then we'll get into the tier list. But where is it here? Beginning. Braun Begas. Braun almost had a quadruple double tonight, and that is with turnovers, I assume. Yeah, very bad game. And if we look at just like the flow of the game, yeah, it was back and forth in the first quarter, and then Timberwolves took the lead and never gave it back in the second quarter. Our largest lead was 29. The Lakers was 4, and that was very early. D'Lo went crazy for them. We had the same amount of rebounds. We had more assists. Really, nothing sticks out other than field goal percentage. Our field goal percentage was significantly better. We were 50 to their 40, and 3-point field goal percentage, we were 42 to their 19. So that's a big difference. Also, we had some fast break points. That's not typically our thing. And points in the paint. We've been giving up a lot of points in the paint recently, but we were pretty good tonight. But yeah, for them, best player was probably D'Lo, right? 8 for 12. He was on fire against his old team, but yeah. Well. Okay. Let's see. Catch up on some comments. Been on load management for a few weeks, but good to see everyone. Yes, Steve, you have been. You haven't been talking about my ice cream, which, by the way, I don't even have ice cream anymore. So sad. So sad. Daniel Berry Sports. Hey, welcome in. Rudy did kill it, Matthew. Yes. Gobert had such a good game. Such a good game. Yeah, really good game for him. Minot got we survived the Minot minutes too. He came in late in the first quarter and I was very nervous. But we did okay. And it's partially, now I said that like hot take off the top where I said like LeBron is washed or whatever. It's because people typically, especially like Lakers fans or the opposing team, they'll just pop in for 2 seconds of the stream and then they'll comment something very like aggressively and then they won't watch the whole show, which fair. I mean, we typically do long shows, but I want to get the engagement up on the Lakers fans and just use them in every imaginable way. Why does Ant always look so gassed? Everyone was not sweating in it. Yeah, so Nicole, this is a great question. I don't know. I mean, some people are saying that like, okay, well, he played in the Olympics, so like he's going to be tired for this season, unfortunately. But I also, I mean, like I was saying in one of these streams recently, he is the way he plays right now with just chucking a lot of threes. I mean, what was his shot chart tonight? Or what was his like shot distribution? He only took 5 threes tonight. So that's different. But there's other nights where he's taking like 10 threes. And when he's taking 10 threes and not playing that well on defense, it's kind of like, how could you possibly be tired even in a season where you played in the Olympics in the summer? Like, it makes sense if he was playing a ton of defense and he's just like super tired on offense, doesn't have legs or whatever. That makes sense to me. But I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. So it's bad. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you, Nicole, but I hate the way it is. And Mason might be right. It's the Popeyes. I think he does still eat bad. I think he's just going to always have those bad habits. And Butterfly is also correct and has a history of patella tendonitis. So I can see him having, is it patella? I don't know. It's something tendonitis. Maybe it is patella. So I can maybe see him having a flare up. Honestly, this is one of those injuries where when we found out, it's just like, it's not something that's like curable. I mean, I don't want to sound like crazy, but like, that's not something that he can just manage it somewhat. So he's always going to have that. It's just a matter of how much is it going to affect him on a night-to-night basis. So we'll see. But AD also uncharacteristically bad. Very true. He is always cooking us. Tonight, he was also 4 of 14, 12 points and 11 rebounds. He kind of got cooked by Gobert tonight, which is just like crazy, which all of Gobert's one-on-one things were not like that. But still, yeah. Also, I mean, Butterfly, you're right. Some people do. That is true. But yeah, I have 4 different pistachio gelatos in the freezer. Oh my goodness. That sounds interesting. I might need to come over to Steve's house. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's true. It's possible, but I don't know if I believe that 100%. But never quit Popeyes. Yeah, no, I know. And see, that was the only thing that Cat was good for. No, that's a hot take. That's too hot. That's too mean. But he was one of the only people that held Ant accountable for his eating. But Popeyes is fine. I think I like KFC better. I think I like KFC better than Popeyes. Congrats, Wolves fans. Today they play in the way how it was supposed to. Modern basketball. I can't read, and I don't know if you can type. Supposed modern. Yeah, whatever. I can't read it. I give up. Man, that means Edwards better use that thing to help him. He did fix his diet, hopefully. Stop the cat slander. I know I lose people when I start talking about Cat. I need to challenge myself in the next show to not mention Cat's name at all, ever once. Even if it's not basketball related, I have to figure it out. But if we win the next 8 of 10 games because of our defense, I will not ask of any trades. Yeah, I won't either. If the defense picks up like it did last year, that's the thing. If you can play defense like you did for a lot of last year, I really have no issue with how this season could go. I'm totally fine. So, Mark, I am. I think I was. Everyone wear cat jerseys. Oh, everybody's going to, Matthew. I think everybody will wear a cat jersey then. I wish I could be in Minnesota for that. That would be such an interesting game to be at. Because also the Knicks are pretty good. I mean, they've had some hot and some cold stretches this season, but they look good with Cat. So Lakers today was a lifeless team. Here we go, Matt. We need to be honest with that. They were on a back-to-back. That is also the thing that has to be told here, is that they were on a back-to-back. I should have said that in the beginning, because now I'm going to get all these comments that are talking about the fact that they weren't on a back-to-back. They're back-to-back. So that is fair, and they had like a really close game against the Jazz. That's the call where the coach called a timeout, Hardy or whatever his name is, and Sexton made it, but he called a timeout right before that, so that was bad. But Golden State, yeah, we're going up against Golden State, and Golden State has played really well this season. So I will trade that bum Dante. I need Rob minutes. So we've come up with the new nickname. I don't know if I really want to share it in case Dante watches, because Dante had an okay night tonight, and I'm okay with this. Also, I meant to bring up the stat. Let me pull it up here myself. But it's from Momo, who I think was a viewer of ours at one point. But Momo, or at @1Momo1 __ on Twitter, Dante DiVincenzo's stats in the first 18 games versus the rest of the season in the 2022 season to the 2023 and the 2023 to 2024. The first games are terrible. It's like 5 points a game, 30% shooting for 2022. 2023 is 8 points a game on like 1 assist. It's like really bad. And then both like double the next after the first 18 games. So it's possible Dante might just be a slow starter to the season. And that is also okay, because I would be very happy to have a late surge by this team, considering we're not playing super well right now. But we'll see. So, okay. Well, like the stream, or Rudy Gobert will attempt a 3. I think so. Also, that is going to bring us to our tier list, because I want to do the tier list now. I'm barely able to comprehend English through chat right now, so I need to do this for my own sake. And I also forgot to clear out the players from every tier last night. So, or not last night, whenever that was, whenever we streamed last. So, as you know, for those of you that are new here, even though all of you aren't, the tier list, what we do here is A1 is the most unforgettable night of your life for a certain player, and Glenn Taylor is the worst that you can possibly be. Usually Glenn Taylor is meant to be like multiple bad games in a row, something where like it's like a franchise has been terrible for 20 years, kind of like Glenn Taylor owns, besides the Lynx. And then everything else in between. Old is a dynamic tier. It moves up and down depending on how we feel. LeBron would be an old tier tonight, and it would be very low, unfortunately. So, but yeah. So we're doing this solo, so bear with me a little bit here. Rob, I'm so sorry, but you didn't play tonight. He's injured. Rob Dillingham. He's got, what does he have? A sprained ankle in like a game. I don't even know. It was like the Stay in Shape League or something. What did John Krasinski say? I don't even know. But yeah, that was that's a little concerning, because I feel like he can miss some time for that. So anyways, hey, FJD, wow, you made it home fast. Where the heck do you live? Well, good. Welcome. Okay, so who are we going to do first? We should probably do... let's do... Maybe we start with... Well, I mean, do we want to do like the bench guys that didn't play at all? I don't know. Yeah, Sam. Please do not give any of your... Yes, I know. It's not the Lynx. We'll give Glenn Taylor credit for that. But everything else that Glenn Taylor has touched, he's terrible. So, anywho, let's do Terrence Shannon Jr. That's fun. He had a dunk and a 3. And I'm glad that we got to see him play because he got a bunch of 30-point games in the G League and then came up here to do nothing. But I think he was really good. Terrence Shannon Jr., I mean, he only played 5 minutes, so I don't want to go crazy. But I do think that, like, he deserves probably an A. Probably an A. I think I'm comfortable with an A for him tonight. Because he was good. Luka Garza. Next up, didn't play much. Didn't really look particularly great when he was in. Yeah, he did have 6 points though. He did get to the line as well, which is crazy. He had 0 rebounds, which is the funny thing because that's the thing that we've been kind of praising him about, and not even just me and Ashwin. Like everybody here in the chat too has been saying that that we were like wanting him in for rebounding purposes, and he just didn't get any tonight. Again, super garbage time, so I don't really want to hold it against him. I'll give him a B. Oh my gosh, there's a bug in my face. Yes. Oh, yes. Look, everybody's in agreement. Tycoon, welcome. Missed you, Tycoon. I saw you in, what's that other show that goes live right after the games? I saw you in the chat someplace. I don't know. Anyways, welcome back, Tycoon. And then let's do Minot. Sorry, we're going quick through these like bench guys that got garbage time because what does it matter? Minot played 8 minutes. He did get some non-garbage time minutes where he was like guarding LeBron. He had 2 points, he had 2 rebounds, he had a foul. He was fine. I mean, honestly, him surviving that is like good enough to me. So like, I don't have too much of a problem with that. I do still feel like it's maybe a meh. Yeah, wow, perfect timing, Matthew. We saw the same exact thing. PJ Dozier is a no for me. He's also a no for me. I have personal problems with PJ Dozier. Although tonight he was okay because he typically when he comes in the game, he's like just chucking up shots. And I get it. These guys all need to like make a name for themselves and like prove their worth. But like, I just want to see the young guys. I like in the back of my head, I'm like, I know that PJ Dozier is probably not going to be that significant of a player for us. So I'm like, let's just get the ball into the hands of the people that we know we need. So PJ Dozier, seriously, we're not even putting him on the thing. And okay, I think we've got everybody here now. Cool. No Joe minutes tonight. That's okay. We can handle that. What else are we looking for? Let's do Dante DiVincenzo. Oh yeah, I guess Dacian Nix, but yeah, he didn't do anything. He actually committed 2 fouls somehow. That's crazy. Dante, 28 minutes, 4 of 8, 3 of 6 from 3. He had 11 points. He had 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Plus 21. Felt pretty good. This felt pretty good. I mean, you know, of course, we could still use more. And I think now we're all kind of in this mindset of like, we see him shooting threes, and if not every single one goes in, we kind of view it as like, okay, he's not doing so hot. But he played really well on both ends, really. He was pretty good. Yeah, FJD, he was an A for defense. I could probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to do too much tierflation though, FJD. I don't want to get called out here. I think, I mean, it depends because again, we're basing this off of the expectations coming into this game in particular. Our expectations are pretty low for Dante. So I don't know. Maybe it was an A. The defense was good. KGTD21, welcome back, by the way. DDV was cash for me, not going to lie. Wow. It's tricky. I think I could probably go with an A. That'll be a good middle ground for everybody. I'm not trying to hate too much, but I really do want to lock back in the tierflation. So, and he was smiling. That's an A. That's an A. Where's the smile tier? Yeah, hopefully Dante can come on like that because if he can keep shooting like this and playing that much defense, I mean, he's going to earn more minutes and he's going to earn more trust. And, you know, the best thing for the Timberwolves is to have Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dante DiVincenzo kind of, I mean, fight for minutes and both play really well because then we're going to look really good, regardless of whether the team does really good or not. We need both of them to look as valuable as possible in case of any trades or stuff like that. So that's good for them. Dante's an A. Next up, we're moving fast. Let's do Naz Reid. Naz Reid, 6 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3. He had 15 points, did have 3 personal fouls. He was a team high plus 22. 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. I thought this was a pretty good game. I actually really like this game from Naz. Well, not actually, as if it's like some hot take or something. But I really did like this game from him. And I feel like he's been getting more comfortable. He's had a couple stinker games along the way, but like he's getting back into a groove. And you can just kind of see the way Naz plays now. Like his bank shot, I still like his his like post moves, spin moves, like the banks that he does. I don't understand how he must practice those like crazy. Like maybe exclusively. His 3 is still good, but that shot is just so difficult, but he is able to make it from any angle, and it's so impressive. I don't think there's a shot that I have more confidence in. But also, he's just like, he must have been told by the coaching staff or the players or somebody, like, if you have the ball at the top of the key from 3, just shoot it. And, most of the time it goes in. 50% of the time it goes in. So, yeah, I think it's probably an A tonight for Naz, because we do have high expectations for Naz. But also, this was a really good game. It's hard not to give everybody a really high grade when the game was this good all around, because there wasn't like, there were individual players that were really good, but I think we're going to see a lot of high things tonight. So yeah, Naz, he really had a Naz Reid game. That is true. Turnaround bank shot is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. He told my homegirl that he practices those moves all the time and imagines what if scenarios. Hey, I also practiced what if scenarios when I was in my driveway as a 8-year-old. And now here I am. But true. He clearly does, because it works for him very well. Okay, who's up next? Let's do maybe Ooh, Jelly Fam. It's the Jelly Fam jeans. It is the Jelly Fam jeans. It's so Jelly Fam for sure. Cool. The other NAW. What are we gonna give a grade for Where is stats? I gotta find him. 6. He was also 6 of 11. He also made 2 threes. He also made 1 from the line. And then he also had 15 points. And he had 6. What the heck? This is a ridiculously. We all did. Okay, good. Yeah. But this is a ridiculously similar stat line to Naz's. What are we gonna do for This was a good game too. I love He wasn't shooting as well from 3 tonight. Is it like, I don't know. Was doing things. That's amazing. You'd give him a B? I don't know. I feel like he could maybe also be an A. I feel like he was pretty good tonight. Let's see. He did have a couple turnovers though, now that I think about it. Let me see. He had 2 turnovers. Naz had 3 though. No, I'm looking at fouls. He only had 1 turnover. KGTD, yeah, I know. He's apparently the best movement shooter on the team, and I can't believe it. It's unreal. It's unreal. A for all the little things he did. He did okay on catching LeBron drives. Yeah, and he drew a foul at one point too, I believe, or drew a charge or something. So we'll give him an A. I think an A is fair. We'll do that again. Cool. All right. Next up, we've got the starters. As I said. Mike Conley only played 22 minutes. That's what you want from your oldie. Is he old here tonight? Anyways, I'll go off of the stats first. He was 3 of 7, 3 of 6 from 3. I want that every night. If he can do that every single night, I'm good with it. 3 of 6 is gonna win us a championship. He was a plus 21. He had 9 points off of all those threes. He did have a few turnovers. He did have, he did have a couple turnovers. He had 6 assists, 3 rebounds. That's crazy. More than Jaden McDaniels. What the heck? but I thought this was a decent Mike game. Yeah, I'm okay with this. If he can shoot like that from three, it just keeps the defense honest enough that I think it just helps the team as a whole. So I could probably go. I think I'm agreeing with everybody. It's probably between like a meh and a B, but since we won, we haven't been able to do this recently. Since we won, maybe we go up to a B. I think we will go up to a B because I think this is better than meh. He shot well enough and had important enough buckets that I think it was worth it. So good Mike Conley game. I'll take it every game. Mike's always an A just because he's the nicest guy. That is also true. We still are waiting for that technical foul this year. We need that. But B, because we're back. I like that butterfly. Let's do Jaden. I saw somebody talking about Jaden. Jaden, it was all in the first half, Capo. He did not have much of a good second half. Well, he didn't really do much in the second half. Also, he didn't play. Like, nobody played in like the fourth quarter. It was weird, very weird. He might have played in the fourth quarter. I don't remember. Jaden McDaniels, get your grade in for Jaden McDaniels. He had 22 minutes also. He was 1 of 3. Man, this is like a weird game from our top talent, which I just called Jaden top talent. I know, everybody ooh and ah. But he was 1 of 3. He had 3 points, a block, a steal, 2 rebounds. 2 rebounds is crazy. He was +5. I mean, everybody was plus tonight because we won by 30. But yeah, this was a meh game. I mean, it was like I don't know. I don't want to go super low because this is sort of like a weird caveat of the tier list. Is like, okay, well, if a player played bad, but it was because we didn't really need them, like, how do we do that? And that, I mean, that's sort of Ant. I'm not going to treat Ant like that, but with Jaden, I feel like maybe. So I do think it's probably a meh. I mean, he was just not noticeable out there. I don't really remember anything out there. So, he did almost have that dunk. He almost had that dunk that Rudy got called for the foul, which was like kind of weak, honestly. I get it, but I don't know. I want to say meh, but Capo meh. Lucky he didn't play enough to be lower. That might be the actual take. That might be. Jaden and Fulius do not fit in this team, Zach. So here's the thing. We can talk about trades in a little bit because I'm not necessarily opposed to trades. But I do think that you need to get a decent amount back for Jaden, and it can't just be nothing. You know, it can't just be using Jaden to get off of Julius. So I don't know, but you could. I mean, roster construction wise and money wise, it certainly would work. But you can't aggregate players to get one player in return. So, as a second apron team, I don't know. But anyways, Jaden is a meh. We'll move on from Jaden. We'll talk about that later after the tier list. Let's do Julius Randle. Everybody, get your grades in for Julius Randle. Or what do they say in the intro? Big Julius Randle. I think that's what they say. I know Ashwin loves that. Julius Randle, 6 of 13. He had 18 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. He was 2 of 3 from 3. I didn't love this game from him. It felt a little chaotic at times. This was one of those like kind of chaos. Although actually in the beginning, it felt like a really good game from Julius. Like right off the start, I was like, okay. Everybody in the Discord was like, this feels really good. I'm feeling pretty good. And then it kind of tapered off through the game and it was kind of just meh after a while. But I do think that the game started well. He produced, he got some points. Didn't get to the line as much. He only shot 4 free throws tonight. But, generally a pretty decent game. B, I see a lot of B. Okay. B, a big B. B, Julius is a B. B, he was better than meh. So B, yeah, I know. See, I almost don't even want to give him a B. I want to make a new tier. It's like, okay. Like I noticed you, but it was okay. So I think B is probably fair. We'll give him a B. That's fair. I don't really have anything to say about him. I mean, honestly, it does just feel like, back to Zach's comment, it does feel like both Jaden and honestly, Julius, maybe more to me, it just doesn't fit with the team right now. Yeah, I don't know. I just realized that Austin Reeves didn't play tonight. Austin Reeves didn't play. We didn't see Bronny. What the heck? That's why we lost. We didn't. That's why we won. We would have lost if we played Bronny. Bronny is 1-0 against the Timberwolves, isn't he? That's crazy. Anyways, getting off track here. Julius is a B. Okay. What are we talking about? Juancho was voted to stay by popular demand. It was. I mean, Juancho's just too fun to say. It's just way too fun to say. Could remove Juancho tier and add B or something. B minus, yeah. Honestly, I'm more interested in getting rid of Glenn Taylor. I don't like Glenn Taylor tier, and I feel like it's rarely going to be that. But there at times in the season, there are moments where you need a Glenn Taylor. Like you need to be able, if somebody's had like 3 or 4 or 5 bad games in a row, you can just be like, okay, you're Glenn Taylor. And that feels kind of good. Juancho's definitely more used though. So anyways, B minus is meh. That's true. So Glenn Taylor just needs to be renamed to Finch. Maybe. That is the lowest of the low. That is true. Okay, who are we on next? Let's do Ant. Let's get Ant out of the way. Everybody get your grades in for Ant. He was 3 of 13. I kind of already went through his stats earlier when I was talking about him and LeBron. Only played 26 minutes tonight. 3 of 13, 8 points on Anthony Edwards night. 8 points. 3 turnovers. Oh my goodness, he almost had more turnovers than points. He did have as many turnovers as shots made, which is insane. Did have 2 steals, had a couple assists, had 7 rebounds somehow. Anthony Edwards. Very, very bad night from Ant. Did not look good either. It's like, sometimes he might just not be making shots, but this was just like an all-around not good. The only thing he was good at was hyping up. He was being like a good bench player. But other than that, it was not pretty. Did not like that at all. Yeah, dude looked like he was 40 out there. He didn't make sense. Speaking of Juancho, old because LeBron was also old. D'Lo, old. Oh, I sort of like putting him in old tier. That's kind of hilarious. Dystopian, Utopia, meh. I think that might be too high. I think that's too high for him tonight, unfortunately. I think. I'm not trying to hate on him, just for tonight. Because I love Ant, but I don't know. It's 7 boards in 26 minutes, which is crazy. That is crazy. Ant's knee looked okay after that. Yeah, seriously, Mark. Ant's knees and wrists and everything look fine when he's celebrating his teammates scoring. The adrenaline must just make him go crazy. A1 cheerleader, overall old tier. I think I like that. Ant might get an interesting old tier. Remember this day in history. That's insane. But where does old tier go? Does it go below Juancho? I don't think it should go below Juancho, right? I'll accept Juancho, but he was chucking. That was not good. If we lost, it would be old, but I give it Juancho. We'll see. That's the thing. We can move old around. I think it was AE1 night. That's why maybe old is a little less bad than Juancho. I kind of like old. I think we're staying with where it is. I think it's good. I'm down. Ant gets the interesting old tier as a 23-year-old. Ant is 23. And his knees hurt. Unless he's not playing basketball, then they're fine. By the way, shout out to Ant for having his friends like initials on the shoe, the new one. That's cool. But you just changed. I know, June. That's new. It's a brand new feature. We can change the old tier is dynamic. It's game-changing technology for us Wolves streamers. Anyways, last but not least, June. This is kind of for you. Rudy Gobert. I don't know why I'm having him go last. I mean, he had a good night, but it was kind of like everybody had a decent night sort of a situation other than Ant. Get your grades in for Rudy. Rudy played 32 minutes, the most on the team. Not the oldest on the team, right? He's second oldest, maybe. No, that's a lie because we've got Jingles. Forget me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Rudy, he played 32 minutes. I think he's 32 years old. 32 minutes for 32. I could also be wrong. He was 7 of 8, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 6 of them offensive, by the way. 3 personal fouls. He hated every one of them. 2 turnovers, a breakaway dunk. He also had or it wasn't really a spin move. It was just like a fake handoff that he drove to the basket for. I mean, that was fun. That was crazy. Whoa, look at all these cash. Rudy Cash. Old as mobile. Rudy, yes. Cash. Butt crumb. What the heck? Hey Renzi, welcome. Damn near A1. If he hits at the game, he hits a 3, unless we are losing miserably, it's an auto A1, I think, right? But man, Rudy is A1, and I don't care. I don't think it's A1. Rudy finally had a game where he outplayed the other team's center. Yeah, it took a while, unfortunately. Man, but hey, we'll take it. I think this was a really good game, and I think I am probably with the most of chat here. It's not A1. It is not A1. I will not remember this game. I will not tell my future children about this game, which is the clarification and the requirement for this. But I probably will remember this for the next week or two. So I think this was a really good game. Also, 7 of 8. It's cash. He's cash. That was good. Also, yes, I am happy for Rudy's revenge. He just always is getting just eat up by AD. AD just dominates him every single time. And he got to talk some shit at the Lakers bench at that one point. Oh my God. I was like, yes. And then he was getting everybody on the bench all hyped up with his dunk and whatever. Oh, that was cool. That was very cool. Crowd would have exploded more than any dunk. Yeah, the crowd noise when he was standing there for 3. That was so funny. Oh, that was amazing. Wow, you only know something is off when Rudy is your only cash. Seriously. Yeah. Oh man. That was a fun game for Rudy though. Very fun game for Rudy. And good to see. We need more of that for Rudy. So oh man. Okay. Well, there's your tier list. We did it. We made the tier list. Fantastic. Now we go back to just me. Whoa. There we go. Did it right that time. All right. Well, Timberwolves win. We're 500 again. We can celebrate. And yes, Nicole, we held them to 80 points. Wow. Wow, indeed. Seriously. W tier list. I appreciate that. It's what we aim for. Hopefully you can hear me. Sorry, I'm going away from my microphone here. My new microphone. The A1 microphone, hopefully. We need an Unk tier list. Oh, wait. Is old tier should just be Unk, right? I should make that a vote, right? That seems like that almost has to happen, right? Maybe I'm crazy. We'll put up a poll, okay? Old or Unk tier, and I will abide. Old Unk, because that is way more hip. Poll is up in the chat. Let's see. I know old tier is kind of nice. Unk tier, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just abide by it until Ashwin approves or denies it, because Ashwin probably should get a say in this. Right now, it's 80% Unk. Wow. Well, you guys keep voting. I'll check in a second. But anyways, so our upcoming schedule. We've got some weird games coming up. We're doing some West Coast stuff. So we're going to the Clippers on Wednesday, and then we're going to Golden State for Friday and Sunday games. Those are going to be a little rough, I think. Golden State's looking really good right now. But kids these days, yeah. True. Yuck. I know, Crone. They're going to be really difficult. And then the next week is those games that I was talking about where it's the play-in tournament, and I have no idea who we play. So your guess is as good as mine, but hopefully they're bad teams considering they're not in the play-in tournament. So, and hopefully they're home games. One of them at least is, I think. But we'll see. You know, Mark, you're not wrong. Unc looks like University of North Carolina. That is sort of true. Might change my mind here. Well, either way, I'll keep the poll up. We'll see. See what the people say. I feel less strongly about changing this. We can win one Golden State game. They just lost. That's true. They have lost some recently, but the Rudy hater. If I'm Rudy, I just slug him right into the gate. Prove a boy. So, yeah. Well, that's going to be tough. And then in a couple weeks, we've got the Knicks at home, and that's the return game. So that is the one that we're really looking forward to. But yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to go over trades after we just talked about a win. I mean, there's a lot of tradable assets out there, but we'd have to give up a lot. Speaking of which, Gerald just put one in the Discord. By the way, join the Discord. We've got some trades in there. You can put your trades in there, and maybe we'll discuss them in a future episode when I need something to talk about after we lose to Golden State twice. But he just put one in there where we get Zion, and we have to give up Julius and Jaden. It's more than that because you can't aggregate players. But interesting. There's also players like Brandon Ingram. I don't know that I love that. There's Vucevic. Maybe. But yeah. No. Zion is so injury prone. No, actually, what I was sort of joking about in the Discord was we could trade Julius and somebody else. I don't know. Whatever contract makes sense. To get D'Lo, Vando, and then we sign Pat Bev, and then we just run back the play-in team. I love it. I'm a fan. But hey, whatever. Anyways, I don't think I really have anything else. By the way, I'm joking about D'Lo. Joking. I think that's it for me. I'm going to watch the end of this football game and see if my fantasy season survives. I was expecting it not to, so I will see what happens. But doesn't look like it's going to at the moment. I need Njoku to get a touchdown and a lot more other things to happen. A third touchdown. Cool. Well, it was fun talking to you guys. I will be back here on Wednesday night, I believe. Yeah, it's a late game. All these games coming up are late games this week. So we shall see about that. But I will be here Wednesday. I don't know about Friday, and I don't know about Sunday. I've got family coming to town, so I don't think that those are going to be available. There's a possibility, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Friday night game, but probably not. So I'll keep you updated in the Discord. And then whatever the next schedule is next week, we'll figure it out. But I should be available some games next week. I am going to be in Minnesota, but I should be available. So cool. It was good talking to you guys. Like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys on Wednesday night after we beat the Clippers again. Yeah, 52 wins, still possible. Intro as the outro. We will see you Wednesday night. Peace.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.